Radio is a Peabody Award-winning production company and tech-rich training program, delivering the best youth-produced media content to a cross-section of audiences. By 2002, 10 years after Youth Radio launched as a nonprofit organization, we'd outgrown our storefront rental property in Berkeley. We started exploring options for more space and decided it was time to buy our own building. That way, we could create a unique and sustainable media and technology center, expand services to young people growing up in poverty, and explore the role a youth media organization can play in community economic development. After touring dozens of facilities over 3 years, we found 1701 Broadway, and there was a consensus. This was it.
One of the things that we realized is that we needed to move from the storefront into the forefront, and what I mean by that is we were in this small space, not utilizing the fullness of the technology that is available.
Welcome to Youth Radio, right here in downtown Oakland on the corner of 17th and Broadway. Come on in. What we're walking into right now is our training facility. This is our training floor, where the students come together every day out the week to plan for the 2-hour live radio show. All right, so we're gonna come over this way. So this is our music production suite. What the students get to work on in there is creating their own music on Reason or Pro Tools, sampling old records, which is part of our music production program. So what we have is our built-out kitchen. We actually put in the stove and the refrigerator as part of our Mind, Body, and Health initiative. It's a part of our healthy eating and nutrition program. This is what we call the spare parts cage. As we walk into this space, again, Youth Radio is all about hands-on experience and hands-on training. Things that students could learn and take out onto the field to get themselves a job. So they work with our professional engineers of how every piece of equipment works. So if anything were to break down in the studio, like the mixing board or the microphones, the young folks in the building actually have the skills to go and troubleshoot and fix what the problem is. All right, so what we're walking into right now is our production floor. So this is the floor that a lot of our students want to graduate to. Everything that you saw on the first floor is a hands-on training where they work with their peer teachers, but when you get to the production floor, you get to work with more state-of-the-art equipment and with professional staff. Here they produce, record, and mix all of the pieces that go out on our national outlets. This is a corner of our archives, kind of reflection of where we came from. This is an older recording set where people had to literally cut tape it back together, and that's how they would edit their stuff. So let's go into the Master Control Studio.
The grill blinded my mom too. To me, the grill was like the ultimate symbol of masculinity. It secretly substituted for what I felt was my lack thereof.
Okay, good. He was told his grill was 14-karat gold.
He was told his grill was 14-karat gold.
When you're saying told, you want to get, like, sort of suspect. He was told.
He was told his grill was 14-karat gold.
Hey, Tony, tell us what you're working on.
I'm working on a story for NPR. It's a science story about the authenticity of gold teeth.
And what we're able to do in this studio is have someone in the voice booth, and each of these computers are networked so they can work on the exact same piece.
Hi, I'm Brandon McFarland, and this is Master Control. You know how some of this stuff works here? Well, here is where everything's wired, all the computers are wired. So every computer that's in all the booths you see and the computers in Control Room 1 are all operated through dispatch bay. So if I wanted, to have computer 207 to be, in another room, I would do it with dispatch bay. And then this one is for all the sound, going through Pro Tools, Digio 3s, M-Powered Pro Tools, and a Pro Tools HD system. And then we could just pretty much pull sound up in any part of this whole building through this system here.
What we're walking into right now is the web room.
Okay, the platform we use is Drupal, which is a content management system that allows users within the building and outside of the building, giving users all over the country the ability to submit content to Youth Radio and have it appear on the website.
All right, thanks a lot. Thank you. All right, so out of the web room, we're walking right into the newsroom. The newsroom is another department our young folks get to intern in and work with our professional editors on every story that goes on our national network, right? They get the same experience that they'll get in any type of newsroom out there in the field. They have strict deadlines, they have to break the news, they have to figure out who's covering what, and when something happens in Oakland, they need to be ready to go out there and cover it, whether it's with video camera or getting on the street interviews.
For Youth Radio's production company, the move to 1701 Broadway has hugely expanded our capacity to produce content across platforms, including video, audio, and print. We can now do networks journalism with young people from across the country and around the world, creating and distributing their multimedia stories through youthradio.org and other broadcast and digital outlets. We've been able to launch new projects and partnerships in the building, like Brains and Beakers, where we invite scientists and inventors into our studios to demo their innovations and be interviewed by our students. Youth Radio is a home for our young people, but it's also a state-of-the-art technology center, serving and helping to transform the entire Oakland community.
Every few months, 20 young people in Oakland graduate from our introductory Converge media class. We serve 300 teens and young adults every year across the country. As graduates, we'll go on to school, college, and the workforce with the skills we learned at 1701 Broadway. And we'll have the confidence to take our places as full participants and leading innovators in a tech-rich world that never stands still.